I always thought love was like Neapolitan ice cream. You had friend love, family love, and things you put your dick in love. Very simple.
Yes, but the two kind of blend sometimes, then go back separate.
Family love and things you put your dick in? What's wrong with you?
That's a different segment.
You're listening to Season 5 of That's Life, the comedy podcast designed with your laughter in mind. So sit back, relax, and prepare to be entertained.
That's life.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. It's Season 5, starting off with a bang on this Easter Eve. Yes, sirree. We've got all sorts of exciting stuff to talk about. We've got our mixed media review where I'll jibber jabber. I went to see It Follows. We got a special Easter Egg segment called Holy Surprises, where you get to talk about all the wacky places where Jesus and Mary have been showing up. I guess, doing PR work before the big day. And, of course, our weird news. But let's start off here. We've got Danielle the Awesome in the house. Say hello, Danielle the Awesome.
Hello.
That's what I'm talking about. She is here. Now, let's address something from the beginning here. This was supposed to be a very special episode because we had a confirmed Peter. Now, Pete, much like a quantum particle / wave, he is a probability wave, a Pete probability wave. Now, for him to show up anywhere, you need to collapse that probability wave and for him to be totally there. You're never sure he's going to be there till he is there.
True.
Now, that's how it works. Now, we had Pete was maybe going to show up last weekend with a surprise guest. It was going to be very exciting.
And was a no-show?
Yeah, he vanished. Just didn't mention anything about it. So I was like, any chance you could be down for the whole holiday weekend thing stuff? And Danielle said, well, I'm grabbing Pete Saturday.
I was supposed to grab him. We had a whole day planned.
Whole day.
We really did. And then he was supposed to have he has plans down here tomorrow with his mom. So he was going to just stay and make it a whole weekend.
That would have been perfect.
I thought so.
But then, evidently, the numbers and the ratios, you weren't able to collapse the Pete probability wave.
No, I failed.
He failed to fully coalesce into our particular mathematical space.
Yes, he did.
What we'll term as reality. So
he's missing.
So we are Peteless. Hopefully, he's with that lovely, beautiful young lady somewhere. Hopefully, doing something.
Doing something worth it to dodge me.
Yeah. Well, no. If he's Pilates. If he's then God bless
Absolutely.
him. And I tip my hat to him. In fact, in advance, I'm tipping my hat to him.
Just in case.
But
we're rooting for him. But
yeah.
Don't dodge.
But Danielle is she's a little salty tonight. So if you hear some not anti-Pete propaganda because she loves that cheeky rascal so much, we all do. He's our Peter, and this is just when you look when you go if you're going to mess around with classical Newtonian reality, which is what you get from normal people, just like, hey, you gonna be there Saturday at 5? Yeah, I'll be there. All right. Oh, something came up, I can't make it. All right, that's cool.
That's not Pete.
That's not. See, that's what you get from Newtonian reality, macro atomic scale shit. You know something's going to be there unless an outside force works on it. Not at the Pete level of quantum reality.
No.
You got to
Pete
understand.
is his own special level.
This is Pete Brett we're talking about. Pete motherfucking Brett. So he's not with us to start this off, but Danielle the Awesome is, and that's great because we have a super awesome show here. I have to mention before I forget all about it, I have a giant dumpster.
It is a giant dumpster.
Tell them about my dumpster. Tell them how big teach on that goddamn dumpster.
Listen, it is much bigger than I expected, and you said it was big.
That is correct. Now, was I underselling the massive size of my dumpster?
No, you did not undersell. Not at all.
Was I not?
I was not believing the massiveness
Who
of
would,
this
though?
dumpster.
Everybody talks about how big their dumpster is. They're always like, oh, my dumpster's so big. But then you get there.
Sometimes it's disappointing.
Yeah. Then you're like, that's not a dumpster, it's a trash can. That's a Wawa bag with some rolled up napkins in it. That's not. No.
Yes.
I played it cool. I was like, no, it's a huge dumpster. Wait till you see it. And you're like, okay, expecting like a dumpster from behind a Chinese food restaurant size dumpster.
Yeah, no, it's like 3 of them.
It's a giant, angry, red, throbbing dumpster. It's. You could put my truck and her car in this dumpster and still full of garbage.
Yeah.
That is no exaggeration. The story of how this happened came from me, a minor mathematical miscalculation on my part. So the guy's like, yeah, you want a dumpster? Here's the size of them. There's 10 yard, 15 yard, and 20 yard. So I'm like, yard, you may as well have said fucking like metric shit. I don't, what's he, I'm thinking like a yard's like a foot. Maybe he's talking like cubic yards, maybe?
No.
Well,
He apparently was not.
No. So, what? Black and mild. But you see, I originally was going for the 15 yard. Because I'm like, it was between 10 and 20.
You probably should have gone for the 10.
Yeah, well, I know that now. But the thing is, he says, like, the day before, he's like, all right, look. He gets a little peety on me because he's like, oh, I know I said I had 15 yards. But, well, if he was Pete, he shouldn't have answered any of my calls. And then when I got in touch with him like 2 weeks later, just act like the whole thing never happened. And go, oh, you wanted a dumpster?
Except that'll be tomorrow.
That will be tomorrow. Oh, on Easter, the day of our risen Lord / Pete. That's awesome.
All right, I'm going to be nice now. I'm not going to say what's in my mind.
Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Here she goes. She's getting rambunctious. So, wait. So, I'm on the phone with the guy, and he's like, oh, I don't have any 15-yard. All I got is a 10 or a 20. So I'm stuck because I'm thinking.
Should have gone with the 10.
Well, see, I'm thinking 10. What if it's too small? I'm like, I know 20 will be big enough for my needs. I think it is. Because I'm thinking I'm thinking like a yard, a cubic yard. That's like the size of like something I could hold in my hands. I'm not thinking correctly. Mm-mm. I should have thought like football field, 20 yards.
Yes.
Oh, that's a yard. So
yes.
But I wasn't connecting with him. So he's like, all right, I'll give you a call about 8 o'clock in the morning, Friday, and I'll have a guy come bring it up. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. Because, that was the time.
Did he actually call at 8 o'clock?
No.
Oh.
He called at 7:22 a.m.
Oh.
Now, I set my alarm for 10 of 8. I got sleep at about 6.
Does he know that you're a second shifter?
45, yes. But he said, I can make it later. I'm like, no, because I knew I was going to make this delicious beef ragu, and I know that takes a long time. So I figured I'll deal with him here with the dumpster. He'll dump it off. I'll go back to sleep, set my alarm for 1, wake up, start the crock pot. 8 hours later, boom, 9 o'clock, dinner's ready. Everything's beautiful. So, everything's just great. Whatever, terrific. So he calls at 7:22. I'm like, oh, my God, what's happening? I got the phone on the pillow next to me, like I would have a lover if there was anybody in my insulated small existence in the bed with me. And it rings. I'm like, hello, what's happening? Who are you? Who are you? He says, Mr. Henry. I'm like, yes.
That's me.
It's me.
Yes.
And I did it, but you need to know how drunk I was at the time. He said, what? I said, you're not a woman. What do you want? He said, he's like, I'm the guy with the dumpsters. I'm thinking to myself, dumpsters? I didn't order dumpsters. I only ordered one. He goes,
one dumpster.
Well, we have one for you. Are you awake? Do you need some time? I said, no, I'm good. Are you here now with the dumpster? He goes, no. I said, okay, because you said 8, 7:22. He said, yes. I said, all right. He goes, a little problem. Got to be a 20-yard dumpster. Can't be 15-yard. He thought he might have at the last minute be able to squeeze in a 50. I was like, fuck it, fine. It's fine. When's the guy? Guy should be there by 8. Okay. So set my alarm for 10 of 8. Get up. Pop some. I was wearing like fucking pajama / gym clothes because I went to the gym. Put on sneakers. Got in my truck and just sat in my driveway. By the street.
That is very necessary.
Yes. Because I'm like, dude will drive around for 100 years and never find us. So.
Yes, I do every time.
I'm like, okay. And I see this dump truck drive past. I'm like, bye, dump truck. Like, and I saw the name on it, which is some Italian name. I don't remember. Maneros or something. I don't know. Manieros.
Some Italian name.
Yeah, drive by. And I remember in my brain, my tired, no-sleep brain's like, hey, that's the dude. So he drives past, and I see him kind of putting on his brakes. Now, Ferry Road isn't a big road.
No.
I wouldn't even say it's a full mile.
I don't think so.
Maybe a full mile on a good day. When it's hot and it starts stretching out a little bit.
No, because I think my GPS said you're like a half a mile in.
All right, so maybe 3/4 of a mile.
Maybe.
Not a big, long street. So he goes past me. 10 minutes later, he turns around, and I'm like, what the fuck's happening?
Where did he go?
That's what I'm at. Did you go down to Shell Pile, or did you take the ferry over to Delaware? I'm like, was Pete driving that truck? What's going on?
You just added like $6,000 to your cost if he took the ferry.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay. Well, I'll be like, I changed my mind. Just dump it in the river. I don't want it. I don't want it. It's too big. It's too big. It's like a barge. So he comes back, and
It really is.
I'm thinking to myself, he comes back, he's like, hey, how are you, Mac? And I love salty motherfuckers like that because they're awesome. They're just going to say what the fuck the deal is all up front. And he's like, It's like, hey, you want a fucking dumpster? And I'm like, I fucking did. And I'm like, just follow this back. He's like, I'll just back up there. And I'm like, that sounds good to me, man. So
Really?
fuck yeah. So I back up. And I get back there and I sort of park the truck side. And he's backing up, and I'm thinking to myself in my very tired brain, is the dumpster in the back of the dump truck? That seems like a really weird way to carry it. It's like when you buy trash bags. You buy trash bags, and the lady puts the trash bags in a bag. Then you bring the bag home. Then you take the trash bags out of the bag, put the trash bags in the can, and you put the bag in the trash bags.
Yes.
It seems convoluted. So, but I'm tired, so like my brain thinks quirky, crazy things.
10 seconds of sleep will do that to you.
Yes. Well, I'm like, okay, all right. So he's backing up, and I know she's like, the dump truck part is going, lifting up like he's dumping out a load of something. And I'm like, is he like dumping trash here? What have I done?
That came with the dumpster. You didn't know that?
Yeah, it comes filled, and then we pick it up later. We just store garbage at your house. We figured, you'd be all right. I was like, oh, what's happening? And then the whole thing starts to go and get lowered off, and I'm like, holy fuck!
It's not ending.
It's the whole thing. It's the size of a cattle car that the Nazis used to take Jews to Auschwitz. I was expecting a bunch of malnourished Jewish people to come out. Oh, thank God you saved us. You saved us. I'm like, I saved you by renting. It's Schindler's dumpster. That's what this is.
This ginormous ass ridiculous dumpster.
Yeah. So he loads it there. I'm like, I don't know. I accidentally went into the dumpster thinking it was my trailer at first. That's how big it was. I was like, hello? What the fuck? Where'd the roof go?
Is that big?
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, it's fine. He dumps it. He's like, here, sign here. I'm like, thank you for the 20. This is a big fucking dumpster. He goes, the biggest one we got. I was like, any bigger, we'd have to get a Chinook helicopter to fucking bring it in.
Dude.
So that's my dumpster story. Wow. I'm like, baby has back and back and back and back. So I'm going to fill up a quarter of that. I'm just telling everyone, if anybody has any trash, just bring it here and dump it in the dumpster. I got to get my money's worth out of this. The guy's going to like, you do what? Like a quarter of this is filled. Like,
Why did you need the big one?
Yeah, it was because I didn't know what a yard was. I wasn't sure.
I wonder how often he honestly hears that, though.
What's that?
He didn't know how big a yard was.
Well, yeah, I mean, most people, you'd say it's a container, right?
Maybe if he said, like, a football field.
Yeah, I would have said, think like a football field. Now, you could fit a football field inside the dumpster. Is that what you want? No, I don't need an entire, 8 train cars. I'm not transporting iron ore to Pittsburgh to get smelted like an industrial tycoon. I'm not Carl Rockefeller. And if I was, why would I be living in a trailer?
I just need a regular ass dumpster.
Yeah. I should have gone smaller, and I know that now that I'm committed. But fuck it. There it is. Well. You live and learn. Live and learn. That's my motto.
Like I said, I'm pretty sure he's dealt with this before.
Yeah, and there's not like the money's going to go away from him.
No, he's just going to laugh all the way to the bank.
Yeah, but, I'm going to laugh all the way to the dumpster. That's what counts. Because I laugh when I throw things in dumpsters. Take that, Mother Earth. Here's my refuse. Just try to handle that. I cooked beef ragu.
You did.
I definitely cooked beef ragu.
I've heard a lot about this beef ragu.
Yes, you have. No. So hold on. As a little side note, so I go. I cook this beef, and she shows up, and I'm like, "Would you like some beef ragu that I slaved over a hot crock pot for 8 hours?"
I will not leave without trying some.
And she's just like, "Well," I was like, "Are you hungry?" She's like, "Well, no. I'm hungry. I'm as hungry as Pete is here, which is not at all. Damn it."
He sucks so bad.
She's like, but you have to try a very small amount, though.
I will try some. And I did, honest to goodness, bake you cookies.
Oh, do you really have them?
That are not
Were they Pete cookies? Or are they Pete chip cookies?
They are sitting on my kitchen counter.
They are Pete and chocolate chip cookies.
But if you do go to Becca's later, there are 2 times that amount there. And I told her that what we eat at her house, I will replace with your cookies.
With my cookies? You're shifting my cookies around like national debt. Are you like your Enron or something? The Enron cookie master.
Because I figured you would eat cookies at Becca's house, so I could...
That's a safe bet.
It would be like a trade-off. You ate her cookies, she would eat your cookies.
We're eating each other's cookies. Should I have a condom on? What's going on? How many yards of cookies are we talking about here?
20 yards.
20 yards. God damn. Well, I have a dumpster we can transport them in. Oh God. Oh, so beef ragu.
Yes.
So I'm like, beef ragu, piece of cake. Seems simple. I prep all the shit Thursday night. Mm-hmm. Chop up the onions, prepare the fresh garlic, the very fresh rosemary, like still growing from dirt rosemary. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. The best cut of beef I could. 2 pounds of perfect beef for this shit.
Yeah, I will definitely try that before I leave.
I get the red wine. I mix it with the tomato paste. Mixy. 2 cups of the beef broth. Mix it up nice.
Right.
Pour all the salt, pepper, all the fucking herbs and spices and shit like that.
Is that a technical term?
It is. It's a cooking term. I understand you wouldn't know, yourself not being a master chef such as myself. I was taught by a rat named Ratatouille. It's a long story. It was made into a film. I don't know if you've seen it before.
Gotcha.
But the film is called Fast and Furious 7. It's great. It's cars and paprika. It's nuts. And Vin Diesel's like, they're not my friends. They're my pepper family. And it's just crazy. And it's great. You know what? That is better than the... Don't give me that look. That's better than the script for Fast and Furious 7.
Listen.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Are you seriously defending the artistic integrity of the Fast and Furious series?
I am not afraid to admit I am a huge Fast and Furious fan. I've seen every single one except Tokyo Drift in theaters.
Okay, well, hold on a minute now. You can be a fan of something and admit that it's written poorly.
Okay, but it has really beautiful people in it.
Do you know who this one has in it? And it was the only... I was so tempted to,
you mentioned somebody.
holler
I
at
didn't
you
know
about that. Because Ronda Rousey is this like professional fighter.
I have no idea.
Black belt, judo. She's the only... Not just woman, because like I think women are just now being allowed into Japan, but she was the only non-Japanese person to win a medal in judo. That's fucking hardcore.
Okay, that's impressive.
Yes, she's like totally focused, great role model for girls and women, and she's just a funny, nice person. Also, just happens to be scalding hot. On top of that, like she won the lottery of life big time.
But I'm gonna be a girl right now, and Paul Walker and Vin Diesel and The Rock and Ludacris and Tyrese and good God.
God's in it too? Holy shit, that's got everyone.
It does. And fast cars and oh my.
Ridiculous, but defying all the rules of physics.
That's
in
fine.
Every scene.
But they're really pretty.
But I was actually going to go because I was like, you know what? I cooked this beef ragu. It's done. I'm like, if she's going to movies, I'm like, well, they have like an 11:30 show. I was like, maybe I should go. I don't know. And then like, you seemed to pull a Pete and you vanished. And I was like,
came back though. See, I'm not a Pete. I might disappear.
You did. You text me. You said, holy fuck, I fell asleep. Oh fuck. I was like, it's all right. Fuck it. I shouldn't have gone to see it in theaters anyway because I would have been ashamed of myself. I would have thrown in the Ronda Rousey thing and said, I went to support Ronda in her cinematic endeavors.
I almost went to go see Insurgent instead. Seriously?
Oh, you know, my kidneys shut down every time I hear the name of that movie. No one over the age of 15 should see the Insurgent made Twilight look brilliant and inspired.
I like Divergent.
Well, this isn't Divergent. This is Insurgent. And it has...
It's a series.
The lead
And there's
actress.
2 more parts.
Oh, I know. They got to ring it. They're like, I can't believe these dopes are watching this. Let's squeeze.
The books.
That doesn't make them good.
And I just bought 2 of the books today.
You understand they call them books. It's like a novelty thing, like plastic silverware. It's not silver, honey. It's like calling Twilight a book series. It's meant to be ironic and funny. No one actually... you could open it up and it'd be empty pages.
No, I read that one too.
Oh, my God.
I read a lot of books, but yes, I read the popular series
You
too.
read a lot of books and Twilight as well.
And Hunger Games and...
Oh, jeez.
Oh, Hunger Games I'm obsessed with. Don't go there.
Okay, I need now to go get... what's that thing they hook you... The thing they hook your blood up and they clean it? Dialysis. I need the dialysis because my kidneys shut down.
You're so mean.
It's just... It's not my fault. It's not my fault.
My kids like it too.
Well, they're supposed to like it. They're kids.
Well, no. The 4-year-old likes it more than anybody else. She's probably not supposed to be watching people die.
People die, yeah, but it's just there's shit in the Twilight.
Right, no, they don't watch Twilight.
The werewolf bonds to like a baby. He looks at the baby. The baby looks at shirtless.
He imprints.
Yeah, which means his wolf cock gets hard. He goes, I'm going to tap that baby ass. Fucking fuck you. That's wrong. But for some reason, all the horny housewives are all like, no, it's imprinting. I'm like, it's fucking... But he
waits until she's old enough.
He got Red Rocket, which, by the way, old enough is 6 months because she ages fast, which makes it wronger. So he's fucking... You know what? They should make a sequel to that called Wronger Games, where he just gets Red Rocket for a 6-month-old baby child with tits. It's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. Tell me it's right. Go ahead. Tell me it's right.
It's not, but it doesn't change the fact that I like the freaking movies.
See? That's what I mean. It's witchcraft in these films. It just enchants people, and they overlook this.
Okay, but I got also really awesome deals on said series at this awesome bookstore. So.
Well, no, it's good to read. It's good. It's exercise. It's like being on a treadmill. You're not going anywhere, but you're getting stronger. You're keeping your eyes moving on printed pages, and it's better than not reading. And
then I picked some random book. I don't remember what it's called. I don't remember who wrote it, but I read the back, and I was like, it's $2. I kind of need to read this book.
There you go. See, that's good. So you have a guilty pleasure.
I do.
It's like chocolate. We know it's not good for us, but it's fucking chocolate, and we need to put it into
I read horrible popular series. That's my guilty pleasure.
It's okay. It's okay, because you read other stuff, so it's okay.
Do.
So I'm just appalled, but I can't help recoiling in fucking horror when anybody, it's not just you, when anybody reads it. When I see that they wasted paper they could have used.
I've read 50 Shades too.
Now my liver shut down. If this keeps up, I'm going to need to be on full fucking life
I figured
support.
I would just take it over the top for you.
My dumpster isn't big enough for all of the terrible books that have been written. So I mean, it's sauce for the goose. So anyway, yeah. So I was thinking of going to see this terrible movie with you, but then you didn't get back to me, and I was like, I shouldn't go see a terrible movie. I was desperate.
I'm going to go see that terrible movie.
No, that's great. Go see it and enjoy it because
I'm going to.
It's probably a lot of fun to watch.
It is, and then you leave the theater thinking you can drive like a badass, and you know you can't.
No, I'm not going to leave the theater thinking that because I still believe in the laws of physics, and I know they apply to myself and my vehicle.
I honestly thought I was the only one, and then a girl I know from the hospital posted, I just left the theater from seeing Fast and Furious, and I'm driving like I have the most awesome car in the world, and I really do not.
And you know what's crazy is that one of the actors in it was like, yeah, man, I get all pumped up and shit, and then I drive like crazy. It's like, didn't one of your co-stars fucking die in a horrible car crash?
So sad.
Is it a little insensitive, though, being his co-worker to be like, yeah, I just want to drive like a maniac? It's like, won't that get you killed? Yeah.
But honestly, because he died, that's why I didn't go to the theaters too. Because that movie is jam-packed right now. Because he died, because it's probably the last one, because it is a good series of movies.
How horrible is that? That's your last film that you're in. That you could have been in other movies.
He did a bunch of movies that year that he died. He did Brick Mansion that year. He
died in that movie. He did the one where he's sitting by the kid's bed in the hospital too, that I can't think of the name. Sounds sad. But apparently he was an actor, and he was a little bit of an activist as well.
Good actor.
He was a bit of an activist. He did charity work. Well, he's in a movie. They don't put ugly people in films because they just don't do that except in really good movies. But even now, good movies are like, just put a superstar in there. Just get the most gorgeous, impossible to look at. They're so good looking. You get a sunburn staring at them. Yeah. They're that hot.
That is Paul Walker.
I guess. I don't know. I don't care for the dick, so I just see dude. I see dude, possibly gay dude. I don't know. Looks so pretty. Could be. But they had The Rock in it, Vin Diesel. They're awesome.
They are awesome.
And I'm sure they're making serious cash. So, if I was an actor and I was approached, hey, do you want to be in fucking Fast and Finally Furious 8 Wheel Squealers? I'd be like, I don't know. They'd be like, oh, it's actually going to be a crossover. The Chipmunks are going to be in it too. And I'd be like, yeah, how much will I make from it? Okay, I'll be in it.
Well, I don't really know because I haven't looked into it, but I guess his brother finished up the role.
Whoa.
Because his brother is damn near identical to him.
Oh, shit. Not his twin, just looks a lot like him.
Yeah. Like mommy and daddy make really good looking boys.
Evidently. Golly. So, oh yeah. Well, I won't talk about the other movie I've seen. Aside from getting stood up by Pete, completely, totally, and absolutely.
And dodged
and then dodged.
Oh,
well, he's
that's
not dodging.
Worst.
He's not dodging.
No, he is dodging. He has not responded
dodging.
to a text. He has not answered a phone call.
Because you're not collapsing the probability wave.
Listen, I have talked to this boy every day for freaking months now.
Except
today when I'm being dodged.
Dodge. He just put all of his points into his dodge, and now he's dodged. He clicked evasion. You can't hit him. He's evasion tanking you. World of Warcraft joke, ladies and gentlemen.
But I love the asshole to pieces.
Well, because he's our Peter. He's our
is.
cheeky little monkey, and we love our Peter.
We do.
He's
such an asshat. He knows it, and he will gladly admit it.
All right, so what's new with you, besides the getting dodged thing?
I was working the new job last time I was here, wasn't I?
Yes, you were on night shifts, though. You weren't on day shifts yet. You're switching over to day shifts.
I have officially been on the new job an entire month.
Uh-huh.
I miss the ER.
Yeah, you don't have any quirky ER stories. I mean, I'm sure you got plenty laid by, but...
No, I am really chained to a desk now and sitting in front of a computer all day.
Oh, man, you're like that police sergeant that gets retired to desk duty. And do you yell at other nurses? Demand their badge and their
dude,
gun?
I don't even work inside the hospital anymore. They removed me from the entire hospital and put me in an outside...
You're not allowed near any unhealthy people.
No, I'm in an outside satellite building, and I am in charge of billing for 4 doctors' offices and sit and type all
That sounds
day
incredibly exciting.
long.
I bet that's hard to do when you're tired.
Friday sucked behind since I went out Thursday night till 3 in the morning. And 7 o'clock came really quick. But yeah, it actually is a decent job. So that's what's new with me.
Well, that's awesome. Good for you. Round
Yes.
of virtual applause from all of our listeners.
Yay. Full-time benefits kind of rock.
Hell, yeah, they definitely do. I've had full-time benefits for 17 years and several months. I'm really, really happy about it because it would suck not to have them.
I had them when I worked for South Jersey Healthcare. And then when I switched to Cape, I switched to part-time, and I got nothing.
Oh, yeah, they like part-time employees.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, ever since Obamacare, more and more businesses are making their 40-hour-a-week employees 38-hour-a-week employees, 35-hour-a-week employees.
At the hospital, 37 and a half hours is considered full-time because we work 40 and don't get paid for lunch breaks.
So they make it 36 and a half hours.
Yeah.
Because it's, dude, let me tell you, I don't have to tell you, you process all the paperwork and shit. It is fucking nuts. Mm-hmm. Crazy expensive, stupid expensive.
Yeah, I actually got a really good deal because I work for the hospital. So insurance is awesome. Paid time off is awesome. I officially have 10 hours paid time off, and I've only been doing it for a month.
Way to go.
I can't wait to take my day off.
See, Jude, you're like bristling over with great news.
Yeah.
It's great news.
Yep.
Look, job plus car.
I did get a new car. But I got a car that was here last time I was here.
Yeah, because the key got stuck.
The key got stuck.
You're
so you see the car last time.
Yep. So yeah, you got dependable vehicle, good job, and your body isn't falling apart. That's the tripod upon which you can carry on with life, do other things like find someone that completes you.
I don't know if that person
exists. Write a book, paint a picture.
That person does not exist.
What, painting a picture?
No, the person to complete me. It got stuck in a condom or something. I don't know the person.
Oh, I got stuck. Help! Excuse me. Can you get me out of this condom? It's a 20-yard condom. Can you get me out of here? It's huge. Just wait. I don't know what I was thinking buying a 20-yard condom. It's like a hot air balloon.
It got stuck.
Again, good job, I guess. If a 20-yard condom gets stuck on you, marry that son of a bitch.
No comment.
Or just when it's done, just drain it out, and you will get Fast and Furious 7 right there. I couldn't help myself.
Oh, that's so mean.
I know it is, but it's such a bad movie. It deserves it.
You didn't even see it yet.
Do I really?
Yes.
Do I really need to see it? I'll make this promise to you. I promise I will see Fast and Furious 7 when it's available for free on the premium cable channel. So like when it's on the HBO, for instance.
It's better than waiting for Netflix, so I will take it.
Well, wherever it comes first for free. How about that?
Fine.
Me free, which means just, I'm already paying for HBO.
Right.
And I will watch it, mainly because Ronda Rousey's in it, and I'm only going to really watch it for her because She's fucking awesome. She's all that is good in the world.
Fair enough. Did you hear that Kevin Smith is trying to make a Mallrats 2?
Yes, I did.
Fucking awesome.
There's no trying about it.
Right, but we still don't have Ben Affleck.
Dude, you're going to get Batfleck. He's Batfleck now.
Listen,
I think he's... you know what? Here's what I think he's going to do.
Kevin Smith made him.
I think he is going to... Oh, I'm not going to be it, not going to be it. And it's going to be a big surprise.
We need Ben.
I think I think they're going to keep it as a surprise. Because imagine if you're watching it thinking Batfleck's not going to be in it, then all of a sudden he's in it. Wouldn't that be a
Jason Lee said he was
surprise?
going to be in it. Ben Affleck needs to suck it up. Because
Yeah.
Jason Lee is 1,000 times more.
Shannon Doherty committed to it live on one of his podcasts.
Did she?
Yeah, it was a beautiful show in Toronto at the Queen's Theater. Big show. I love their podcast. It's called Hollywood Babylon. If you want to
Never heard
laugh
it.
hysterically, it's free. As long as you can get it on iTunes for free anyway. It's free. You got to listen to it because it's fun. He is a wonderful conversationalist kind of guy, just riffing off the cuff kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
and he goes back and forth with his co-host, and it's just to die for, dude.
I love
It
Kevin
is
Smith.
hilarious. You get to hear all these Hollywood stories about stuff that's happening there and stuff that happened to him Hollywood wise.
Right.
Fucking funny. But he had her come out live and say, "Yes, I'm going to be on Mallrats." So I thought that was really neat.
I'm excited. I'm very excited. I can't wait.
Clerks 3, Mallrats 2. Mm-hmm. I'm fucking pumped up. I think I saw Clerks 2 and I fucking loved it. It was brilliant.
I like Clerks better.
It was brilliant the way it was paced. The pacing in it was perfect because it was like a comedy avalanche. It started small, worked its way up. Next thing you know, there's the donkey show, and the dude's like, "I'm sorry, Jesus," and I was laughing so fucking hard, dude.
But that's how Kevin Smith movies go. I laugh at every last one of his movies. I love Kevin Smith movies.
Well, for its time, I loved at the time it came out. For who I was, because I was a much younger person then, loved Clerks. I
Yes.
watch it now. Dude, there's callbacks to that all the time. Like when you're with your friends, anytime someone says like 37, you go, "In a row?" It's just, that's what we do. And everybody laughs because it's fucking hilarious. But I watch it. It was his first movie, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
It will always be a classic, but I
Yeah.
mean, it is what it is. Mallrats, when it came out, I thought was fucking phenomenal. I'm like, I can't believe a movie like this got made. This is brilliant. And I watch it again. I'm just like,
I
it's all
still
right.
watch Chasing Amy all the time. I love Chasing Amy.
I started watching Chasing Amy. I got about 20 minutes into Chasing Amy. And then I'm like, so I actually started fast forwarding through it because it was a videotape. And I got to the part where Ben Affleck's like wanting to share the chick with the other dude and I'm just like, what the fuck? This is not a comedy.
You have to watch the movie. I love Chasing Amy.
I was present for all of it. And because I wanted a comedy and it wasn't a comedy, I was just kind of disappointed.
What about Dogma?
Now, Dogma, I saw Dogma in the theaters. I laughed. I loved it. I thought it could have been done a little less goofy, I thought. But, all right.
It was kind of supposed to be goofy.
I know, no, it wasn't unintentionally goofy. That's exactly what he was aiming for. But I think if it would have been done a tiny bit less goofy, I think it could have been fucking phenomenal. However, for what it was, loved it, laughed, loved it, funny. Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, laughed, love it.
Laughed it.
It's goofy, but I love it. It is what it is. It's how it is.
Jersey Girl?
Never saw it. Heard horrible things. Cop Out or whatever the hell that was, which Bruce Willis allegedly ruined the film because he was such an outrageous dickhead. Never saw it.
Zack and Mary Make a Porno.
That I did see.
Okay.
That I loved.
Okay.
Do you know the tone in that? How it wasn't necessarily over the top goofy,
Right.
and there was like some actual kind of serious moments going on in it.
Yeah.
That's when I realized I'm like, wow, like Kevin Smith is kind of growing up. His movies are maturing some.
His movies did mature.
Then I saw Red State, which I loved the way it was put
haven't seen
together. It's a horror movie. It's not fucking funny at all.
Okay.
It's really fucked up. I liked the way it was put together. It didn't wow me because I had trouble connecting with it a little bit.
Okay.
but that's a me problem. That's not a Kevin Smith's problem
I
at
just
all.
think he's fucking awesome.
Oh no, love the dude to death. It's just like I didn't connect to the movie. I don't know why. I wanted to like it, and I appreciated it technically. It was great. He did. I saw that and I'm like, this guy, he could direct a serious film. He did it. And then when he said, "That's it, I'm retiring," I'm like, oh, you fucking kidding me? And then all of a sudden he's like, Clerks 2. So I went to go see Clerks 2. Went to go see it, and I started laughing little by little, more and more. When it got to, he started saying porch monkey, he's like, we're taking it back. And then later when he has it on like the back of the shirt with written in like whiteout or something, it says porch monkey on the back or something. Dude, it just spiraled out of control to the point where I was laughing. And then at the end, there's that serious moment when they're in the jail cell together.
I haven't seen Clerks 2 in forever.
Well, Dante is in the jail cell. They're having this serious moment. He's like, dude, she's not right for you. You should be with this other chick, and we should open up our own fucking quick stop. And there's like, I'm like, wow, man, he's selling the drama really. And it was perfect though. It was a well put together. It had a dance number in it, which to a Jackson 5, dude, that was the best ever. Oh my god, it was perfect. That was just the right level of goofy. It was perfect.
Because Kevin Smith gets it because he's a fucking genius.
He really did a great job with that. I fucking love it. I didn't see Tusk. Not because I was like, oh, the critics didn't like it, so I'm not going to watch it. But because the idea behind it, where someone is captured and forcibly transformed irrevocably into something like an animal, his humanity is reduced, I was like, I can't watch this. For some reason, that freaks me out so much. I can't watch Human Centipede for the same reason. I can't watch a movie like that. I can watch something where a guy I could watch The Fly. I watch The Fly. I can watch it when someone turns into a cool creature. It's just when they
not. Yeah.
Just it was like I can feel it, like the gorge rising in my throat.
Don't do that.
It's a weird button in me. I don't know why it's there. I've looked over the button, under the button in my head. I've looked around. There's no wires connected to the button in my head. But when it's pushed,
just a floating button.
I'm just like, this is not good. I can't watch the commercials for it. That's how bad it is.
That's real bad.
So I felt bad not being able to support him with that. But we got Clerks 3. We've got
I can't. And I need to
2.
replace my entire Kevin Smith collection because, well, I don't have that anymore. That went with the moving out.
See, I was lucky. I managed to scavenge it all.
I scavenged clothes. That was most important.
I'm glad I got my clothes. I got my clothes. I got my DVDs, mainly because as the marriage progressed, she realized how much she hated me and everything I enjoyed. So therefore, I got to take the things I enjoyed. There you go. It was a win.
He threw them away.
That's fucked up. How do you throw away Kevin Smith stuff? What an asshole.
All I have left is a VHS of Mallrats, and I don't have a VHS
You
player.
can stare at it.
I can look at it. It's pretty. It's got Shannon Doherty on the front of it. I don't know past that.
Yeah. You'll never get the funny out of that now. It's just like, I think I used to have a VCR. I think I threw them all out finally in the great move because I was like, pack this or throw it out. I'm like, throw it out.
Listen, though, I cannot throw away this movie. It's Mallrats. I cannot throw it away. It's just going to be like a shrine for Kevin Smith, and I have a VHS.
I still have my tubs with all my MSTs that were on DVDs, on DHS, I must call them, the Department of Health and Security, on VHS. But yeah. Well, all this talk of movies actually makes me think, we have a whole segment dedicated to this, Danielle, the awesome.
We do.
And I think it's called Mix Media Review. Whether it's movies, TV shows, video games, or books, we have the half-assed commentary you crave. It's Mixed Media Review. That's right. We'll watch it. We'll listen to it. We'll read it. We'll play it. We'll finger bang it in the backseat of a car, and then we'll tell you all about it. Our Mixed Media
True
Review.
story, we really do.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah. Right on all counts you are, sir. All right. I went to see a good movie in the theaters, Danielle.
I'm never going to live down my taste in movies, am I?
No, because I'm a horrible movie cunt. I'm a movie cunt, and I can't help it. I try not to be. I really do. I try. I understand that I myself cannot direct a film. I cannot make a movie. I can't do this.
But you're a cunt when it comes to critics.
I can't help myself. I want to be different, but I can't settle for schlock. I can't. But anyway, yes, I went to go see a movie called It Follows.
Okay.
Kind of an indie flick, but the production work in it was great. The synopsis of it is there's a 19-year-old named Jay. Jay Autumn, I think, is her name. Oh, no, her name's Jay. That's right. Autumn should be about school, boys, and weekends out at the lake. But after a seemingly innocent sexual encounter, she finds herself plagued by strange visions and the inescapable sense that someone, something, somehow is following her. So Jay and her friends have to figure out a way to escape the horror.
Okay.
It's the whole thing has a look of early John Carpenter, like it has the look of like the first Halloween film. So much that even the soundtrack has like an 80s feel to it.
Okay.
Even though a lot of the televisions are older looking televisions, but she has one of her friends has a little clamshell, which is like a little e-reader for like books and stuff. So they're not trying to set it in that time period, but there's many aspects of it which feel like that time period. So it kind of like takes you out of reality a little bit.
Okay.
But aside from that, is very grounded in reality. You're not dealing with a bunch of wacky, crazy, rich white kid children. These are lower,
the kind of children I grew up with.
much lower, the lower middle class suburb, just near, just like two miles away from 8 Mile, basically, is where they're from.
Wow.
Yeah. So they're like a stone's throw away from being in the ghetto, which they address in the film. And they're all teenage kids, and they're not like perfect. They're not each of them cookie cutter. Oh, you're the slutty one. You're the jockey one. You're the nerdy one.
They're normal ass kids.
Yeah, they really are.
Okay.
Which helps bring you into the reality of this. Like you get a feel. Normal people will appreciate this, which actually really helps with the creepy factor, because normal people can relate to this.
Okay, I gotcha.
Stuff like what's that shit? I Know What You Did Last Weekend, or what? Last Summer. The other one where they all cheat death and they end up almost dying, but
Final Destination.
Final Destination, where that has a gimmick and it's cute to watch, but you're not really identifying with these teenagers because they live in fucking mansions. They're rich beyond imagination.
Yes.
And so you're seeing something happen to other people. With this film, which is so wonderfully directed, David Robert Mitchell directed it, and he also wrote the script for it.
Multi-talented.
Yeah, it's so spooky and atmospheric. I'm hesitant to say it almost has a David Lynch feel, where it's very dark. Even during the day, it feels kind of dark and muted and stuff. But it's not like Lost Highway. Oh my God, this is so artsy. I can't figure out what is the point of this. There's a definite point. But a teenage girl finds a guy who's like 20.
Whoops.
And she's like 17.
Whoops.
And her mom's drunk, though, so she doesn't know she's going out with this guy. Takes her out in the car. They're at a movie theater. It's like a retro movie theater. And the date seems progressing like a normal date. They're having normal date talks.
Okay.
But then, like, all of a sudden, he looks back and he sees, like, some, like, weird-looking girl standing in, like, the doorway to the theater. And, like, starts slowly walking in. And he's like, we have to go. I just have to leave here. I got to get out of here. I feel closed in. So he gets in the car and they take off. And they end up, he ends up, oh, I'm sorry, I really care about you, this, that, and the other. And, they end up fucking. Mm-hmm. Okay? Not really a spoiler, because all this happens like in the first 15, 20 minutes, 25 minutes of the film.
He moves quick.
Well, they've known each other for a while.
Kid.
All guys move quick. Except for me, I'm a fucking freak. I wish I moved quick. Not that quick. But just quick enough. This is mixed media review, Carl, not mixed up, pointless single guy existence media.
You poor thing.
Tell me about it. Have you seen my dumpster? That's my icebreaker. Hey,
I have this really large dumpster.
Yeah, do you want to climb?
You have to come check.
Want to climb around in it? amble around the back of it like a bunch of fucking
I
kids.
promise I'm talking about a dumpster.
I swear. Do you want to get in the dumpster? Sure, guy who lives in the creepy fucking trailer next to the way creepier fucking 3-story, 200-year-old schoolhouse in the middle of nowhere. Yeah. So anyway, my life is like a David Lynch
dumpster.
film. Yes, it is. It is a big dumpster. But you know what? That's a challenge now. I want to go out to a bar and just try. That will be my pickup line.
That's your pickup line.
And I want to see if I can be so genuine and funny that I can somehow make that work.
You can be like Barney Stinson. Does this work? Challenge accepted.
Yeah, and then I'll just somehow make it work because it's not necessarily what you say. It's
how you say it.
It's how you say it, I think. But so they fuck in the car
with the sound effect too.
and just they're like, what's going on in that car? Are they? Oh my goodness! Is that punching her? Or what's going on?
That's my luck.
Yeah, you're right. Danielle's like, they're having sex, and then he burns all of her belongings. The end.
Story of my life.
She's like, oh my God, it's true. It's a love story. This is a rom-com. You didn't tell me it was a rom-com. Oh, you make fun of me. Poor me.
Listen, you gotta
Poor
laugh at
us.
that kind of stuff.
You do. More importantly, I hope they do, the people who are listening. Well, as long as they're listening, whatever. But so, she's talking to him, and all of a sudden, Mr. Perfect Guy, boom, he fucking gets her with some chloroform on a rag. She wakes up, and he's telling her about, look, it was following me everywhere. Don't know what it is. It only walks. It's slow, but it's not stupid. Don't ever go into a room with only one entrance or exit. And if it catches you, you'll die.
Well, that sucks for most of the world.
And she's like, what? It's like, because it only walks, you can go far enough away from it, but it will eventually find you. That's what it does. She goes, now, he's like, I have to show it to you. And he like looks out and he sees like some old guy in like a hospital gown just standing there, slowly walking towards like the abandoned building that they're in.
Okay.
And so like, then you see it's a naked woman just walking towards them. And dude, it's so creepy because he's like, do you see it? He's like, do you see it? She's like, who's that? He's like, I'm sorry I had to do this to you. But look, you just pass it on to someone else. Don't let it touch you or you'll die. If you die, it'll come back after me. You have to pass this on by sleeping with someone else. I'm sorry. And
so
she's
you
in a
pass the
wheelchair.
ghost by fucking?
Don't even know if it's a ghost. You don't know what the fuck it is. So, yes, you pass it. It's like a sexually transmitted disease. Ergeist. So he like takes her to the car, throws her in the back of it, and then like dumps her off in her house with her clothes. She's like, And first, like, nobody believes her. But, like, she's like, maybe he was crazy. What's going on? The police are like, yeah, sure, whatever. They go back there and they see the place. And then eventually, like, they hear a crash from downstairs. Everyone's like, there's nobody down there. And then like, there's knocking on the door. She's like, I'm not letting you in. So it's just us. There's nobody else out here. And he warns her, it can look like your family. It can look like your friend. It can even look like you. Don't let it touch you. And then they open the door, and this fucking tall, fucking spooky-looking dude just comes in, walks. She's like, She starts tripping and just runs out her fucking window and shit. Nobody else sees it, so they think she's fucking nuts.
Right.
Oh, my God, look, I got goosebumps. This shit was so creepy that it wasn't until, like, later in the film when they get this driving scene where they're just talking, I had to pee so bad that me and, like, 3 other boyfriends, I myself was not a boyfriend, but were able to go to the bathroom. And I was like, oh, that movie's so good. I just had to wait for cool shit to stop happening. And he's like, yeah, my girlfriend wouldn't let me leave. It was so scary. And the other guy's like, yeah, my wife either. And I'm sitting there pissing. Yeah, my girlfriend either. And I'm like, have anybody in there? And then I went back, sit by myself, and then I like saw the other dude like walk up and see that I wasn't sitting next to anybody. And I was like,
you could have just said she went to the bathroom too. It was no cool parts.
I said, I put her in my dumpster. It's big. It's a very big dumpster.
She fits inside.
She fits inside with all the other imaginary girlfriends.
That's so sad.
But yeah, dude, go see the movie.
So that's 3 I need to see in the theater right now.
It is. No, you don't need to see the other ones. You don't need to see the other ones. Because I've seen the movie theaters. They're full of crap. It's garbage. Look, you have a chance to see an excellent movie. Dude, the movie's so fucked up. It's so fucking wrong.
So I could just spend an entire day in the theater.
Yeah, you totally could. Go see It Follows last, though. So when you leave, it's all dark and you're scared and shit.
Thanks.
Because when I left, I was staying in the hallway and I saw like somebody walking down the hallway towards me.
Don't let them touch you.
And I'm just like,
Do not touch me.
No,
I already have an issue with people touching me. I will have to like completely freak out on somebody.
When they do touch you, because I can't give it away, but you get to see what happens if it does catch somebody that sees it. It's so fucked up and weird. Oh, it's so fucking wrong. Every bit of this is wrong. And I love the fact that at the end, there's no satisfactory answer given. There's no, here's the exposition and explanation of every single thing. Open up, I'm going to spoon feed. Goodbye, mystery. Here it is, plot exposition.
They just left it wide open.
It's just, that's what I loved. By the way, that's one of the many things I loved about the original Halloween by John Carpenter. Is it's so simple. He killed his family, gets loose, has to kill the last sister that survived. Don't tell you why. They don't tell you. It just is. This is what he does. This is all. He's like a great white, and he's fucking coming for you. And then when he gets shot and he gets up again, you're like, oh my God, is there a supernatural element? Never explained.
Right.
Love it. That's the way it should be. That's the way it fucking should be. And that's the way this was. It preserves the mystery. A wholly satisfactory film. I could find no faults with this movie.
Wow.
Not a single
and
fault.
You really are a cunt when it comes to
I am a 20-yard movie cunt. Ginormous.
I guess I have 3 movies now I need to see.
Yes.
So I'm not giving up on the 2. You do not win that battle.
Great fucking film. Great super film. Loved it. So what movies haven't you seen that you'd like to talk about? Oh, we already covered that. That's right. I just gotta look.
You did.
What I'm doing here is I'm trying to slowly milk you of your venom so when you do eventually get a hold of Pete, you don't kill him.
I will not kill him. This is not the first time he's done this bullshit.
I know.
This is just Pete.
It's not just you. It's not you, because he does this to me too.
And tomorrow when he texts, or next week when he wants me to come up to Philly, or some bullshit, I'll be like, oh, of course, because you're you, and it's going to be fine.
Yeah, and you know what the magic of Pete is? You never discuss it with him.
No, you won't.
All this shit I'm doing right now, talking to you, I never will.
No.
It just won't happen.
Me neither.
No.
He'll hear it on here. Just let it go too, because it's not something to discuss.
No, it's not. You don't
bring it up.
It's quantum level Pete shit, and in a macro atomic universe, it doesn't work.
But funny thing, when I talked to Drew today, because I said, fuck Pete, I'm giving up. You're not answering me. So I went out with a friend of mine, and I was like, yeah, Pete pulled a Pete. And he was like, oh, did he stand you up?
Everybody knows.
Everybody knows.
He's
if you know Pete,
you.
you know that's what Pete does.
This is how it works.
He pulled a Pete.
Yes. It's actually, at work, we called it Pete World. Pete World works. There's whole different rules of existence in Pete World. You just don't understand it.
No, I unfortunately do.
It took me, I am like the Niels Bohr and Einstein letters of understanding the wave mechanics of how the probability Pete wave functions. I worked it out, and now I know.
I unfortunately understand him better than most. I'm not sure if that explains my insanity or...
Damn it. Sometimes I'll smoke a cigar, and that first hit, all this little tobacco goes tumbling up it.
That's all you.
I assume it's tobacco, not like spiders. Like those are spider legs falling out in the mouth or something.
That takes me back to Texas.
You ate spiders in Texas?
No.
Have some deep fried Texas-style spider legs.
Texas has these little itty... First off, they have these spiders that as their defense mechanism, they carry their babies on their back. So if you step on them, you have 1,000 of their tiny little babies jumping all over your legs. It is the grossest. Brody. Oh my God. Horrible, horrible thing. And they're like tiny, tiny little ticks is the only thing I can compare them to. And they just jump the fuck up all over you.
Jesus.
Holy shit. And that just took me there.
God damn. Well,
Texas is not a fun place.
It's not a fun place. But you know what Texas has a lot of?
Cowboys?
Mexicans.
Yes, that too.
And you know what Mexicans love? Jesus and the Mother Mary. They love finding Jesus and the Mother Mary all over the place.
They do.
And guess what this next segment is all about? This awkward, clunky 20-yard segment here is called Holy Surprises, just in time for Easter. It's a special segment. I like to do a little holiday-ish things around segments. So this one is basically we talk about where the Mother Mary and Jesus have been popping up recently. So let's see. First, we have a nurse believes she received a sign from God after a picture of Jesus appeared on her drain pipe. Alex Cotton dubbed the miraculous image the second plumbing and even invited the Pope to come and view it.
I can't.
That was in Coventry, West someplace.
West someplace?
Yeah, it says West Mids, whatever the fuck that means. I don't know. Is there a country called Mids? Is it the state?
No,
Is it a place in England?
I don't know.
It's like in the middle, but in the west of the middle. It's the West Mids. The face of Jesus has appeared on the side of a hill after a landslide in the San Francisco area of Putumayo, Colombia. That's right. Apparently, in Colombia, they have a San Francisco. Which is, I guess that's where all their gays live in Colombia, I suppose. Why not? Every place should have a San Francisco where everyone who's San Fantastic can go be there. It's awesome.
I don't have any words.
And Jesus appeared there. The face of Jesus was spotted in April of 2011 in a 3-cheese pizza. Restaurant staff at the Posh Pizza Shop in Brisbane, Australia, noticed the manifestation after taking the pizza from the oven. Murray Failing says, some people are already calling it the Jesus pizza.
People are ridiculous.
Which is like, if you think it is actually a divinely inspired image of the risen Lord in a pizza, which again, he needs better PR people if he's appearing in pizzas. I mean, if I was Jesus, I would appear towering above the Washington Monument and then take it and use it like a fucking club.
Not on pizza?
A 3-cheese pizza?
You gotta be creative sometimes. You gotta get to the people who can't get to Washington, D.C.
What I'm saying is, it would add more validity to the sighting if it was actually Jesus.
He cares about the normal people.
Do you know
and
where
normal people eat pizza.
Do you know where he'll never appear?
Where's that?
Fast and Furious 7.
And you just got another look.
Yes, it was awesome. The nun bun, a cinnamon bun that apparently bore the likeness of Mother Teresa, was made famous by the Bongo Java Coffee House in Nashville, Tennessee. The bun was later stolen.
Oh. Dun, dun, dun.
Maybe.
Who steals Mother Teresa?
Maybe it was eaten. So I was like, oh, I don't know. I didn't eat it. In September, an image of Jesus Christ on the cross was seen in a telephone pole covered in vines. The resemblance was reported by drivers on Highway 26 in rural Jeff Davis Parish. One of them, Ricky Navarra, told U.S. television station KPLC, "It just caught my eye. I said to myself, that sure looks like an image of Jesus hanging from the telephone pole." Someone should tell him it wasn't a telephone pole Jesus was hung by. The Romans didn't have telephone poles. Aqueducts, but really you're attributing too many technological advances. When they hung the sweet Lord Jesus under that transformer.
And the good Catholic schoolgirl that I was just ruined.
Yep. A Kit Kat was which supposedly contained an image of Jesus. I was amazed. I just took a bite and then I saw the face of Christ in it. The finder told the nu.nl Dutch website. Other witnesses were less impressed. It looks more like Darth Vader, said one.
Darth Vader's cool.
So, yeah, he is. He didn't come back from the dead, though. Well, kind of.
Yes, he did,
because
too.
he was Anakin, and then he was reborn.
Absolutely.
In that walking iron coffin.
And Anakin was damn near dead.
Dude, it would have been a bad day for the fucking Romans and the fucking Jews. I find your lack of faith
I am your father.
Yeah, I am your heavenly father. He just fucking starts slashing them all up with the fucking lightsaber. He kept Pontius Pilate force chokes him. Apology accepted. That would have
been great.
The fucking shit, man. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah.
I am your father.
Dude, that would have been awesome. Yo, Jesus would have been a badass.
You have Buddy Christ, now you have Jesus Darth Vader.
Jesus Vader. That'd be the shit, man. That'd be the fucking shit. Darth Jesus. Still a better name than Darth Sidious, by the way.
We went from Buddy Christ to Jesus Vader.
Jesus Vader. Darth Christ, Darth Jesus. I don't know. It's all awesome. It would totally fucking work. That would be badass, dude. Dude, crucifixes would be cool as shit. To be hit with a lightsaber. Dude. Oh, that'd be badass.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. And like you become
My
a
brain's
priest.
like putting all this together.
I know. I was like, I'm running with it. Like the Catholic religion would be balls awesome, dude. Like the fucking.
No. Have you ever been to a Catholic? Oh, no, honey.
Dude, if the priest shot purple fucking lightning, Thank you. Fucking awesome.
Yeah, true.
I
would go to see the Purple
Go to Sunday
Lightning.
school, and this one shows evidence of the Force, and he takes you to Korriban and trains you to be a Sith. Fucking awesome. Instead, you get nuns, you get rulers across, and no actual cool shit happens. Zero Force involved, except like when the priest forced himself on a young altar boy. That's it.
We get cute uniforms.
No, not really. They look awful. They really do. And you know what? On a sidebar here, do you know what's...
We're doing a lot of sidebars.
Yes. I have 20 yards of sidebars per That's Life episode. on a little fucking... get off on a segue here, but... All right. The whole chicks wearing Catholic schoolgirls thing and trying to be sexy, not
Doesn't
sexy.
work for you, huh?
No, you're dressed like a child. It's a sexual e-stop. It's fucking gross. If I put on a fucking onesie...
No.
And thank you. I had a rattle.
No.
You'd be like, that's fucking shameful. You have a heart on in a onesie? You're disgusting. Shameful.
Britney made it sexy.
No. You know, it's funny that you mentioned that.
Oh, boy.
I may as well go off on another segue because, all right, I have to
Britney
admit.
is not sexy.
No, I have to come out and say it. All right. I have to say it. I got to say this. I have to come clean. I have to come out of the closet.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Darth Jesus, here it comes. Yes. All right. So, yeah, in my case, let me come out of the dumpster. It's, Carl, get back in the dumpster.
Run out of the dumpster.
In the end, I'm just going to throw myself in there. I'm going to run out of shit to put in there. I put everything I own in it. Just get in the fucking dumpster. It's where you belong. So, all right. So, God. So, you know that song One More Time?
Yes.
So I'm listening to it, right? And I downloaded it, and I'm listening to the lyrics to it. Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh, this is actually kind of a sweet song.
No.
It is, because there's this woman who's saying that, you know, without you, I'm losing my mind. Hit me with it one more time. Mm-hmm. You know, it's kind of cute. It's not like, wouldn't it be nice to have someone sing that about me? I'm
She was like 10 when she sang that.
Well, that's the thing. In my brain, I'm like, Britney Spears adult singing. This is nice. She doesn't sound like she's 10 when she's singing it. So I'm at work and I'm doing paperwork shit and numbers and stuff. And my brain is just doing one thing, which my brain's like, you got like 99% of your computing power. Just give it something. Give it something. And so I'm like, all right. So I click up the YouTube and I'm like, well, let me listen to it on the YouTube. So
at work?
Well, yeah, because it's.
Don't you work with all men? You are a brave soul.
It's after the shift. And I was busted, but that happened later. So I'm like doing that and stuff.
You are brave.
Not as bad as when it was the Taylor Swift Shake It Off. And I went, don't fucking judge me.
Were you trying to shake it up?
I wasn't actually shaking off, but I was shaking off in my heart.
Okay.
Look, that helped me get through the darkest period at the end of my marriage, okay?
Listen, we all have that something.
Yeah.
Mine was Ben and Jerry's, so you know, we all have something.
Yeah. Mine is Britney Spears and just going to the gym obsessively. So, I had to pick a song to listen to at the gym. So that was in the iPod. So I just put that on continuous loop, doing ab work, just crushing my abs. I'm determined to at least get a 4-pack. That's my goal, 4-pack, eventually.
Okay.
Because I don't know why girls think that's attractive.
It's not the abs, it's the V.
Whatever. It's it leads to the V-ness down to the area.
It's the V.
It's like goes down and you're just like...
Fuck the abs. It's
shoulders
the V.
are tight. Chest is tight. Abs. It makes like, I suppose, kind of like a V shape sort of
that's
thing.
why Zach kept me for 7 years. It's the V.
It's the V?
It's the V.
I'm working on my V. It's a smaller case V right now, but I'm working on being a capital V. My goal is to become a DILF. Now that I heard that DILFs exist, because I didn't even know what a DILF... I'm like, a DILF? What do you mean? Oh my goodness, it was explained to me.
Not a DILF. That is the best thing I've ever been called, though. Just to let
You were
know.
called a DILF?
No, a MILF. I said not a DILF.
I was like, did you explain later? Dude! Shake your titties. Did you see these?
No.
DILFs don't have these. But yeah. But, it just didn't occur to me because I'm like, well, yeah, a mother's body is sexy. It's like hot, because it's like, it's threaded stock. Everything works. And she knows what she wants to do with a dick. She's not like, I'm a young, silly college girl. Blah, blah, blah,
I've
blah.
never seen one of these before.
Yeah, exactly. Do something to me. No, she's going to do something to you back. That's what you want. You want a girl that's going to do something to you back.
You want a MILF.
you want a MILF. Trust me. Dirty in her 30s. That's where it's at. Bitches in her 30s. Oh, the Perry's right.
And I wait some in my 30s to be single. What the fuck?
Yeah. Dude. 30s is where it's at. See, guys are a little different. If you keep yourself in shape, you can go all the way to 50 sometimes and still pull bitches. I learned about that phrase too. Because I'm like, pull them? Like what, by their hair?
I was laughing at your bikini bridge. Oh my God, I laughed hysterically at the fact
Oh,
that
I didn't know what. I'm like, what is a bikini bridge? What is a bikini bridge? So I typed in bikini bridge images. I'm like,
images pop up.
like, holy macaronis. Golly gee, look at all this. You can almost see her pubic mound.
You not knowing
This is incredible.
You not knowing bikini bridges is like you not knowing about steak and blowjobs.
Yeah. It's not fair.
You know nothing.
I don't.
You need the internet bad.
Dude, I sat there having an in-depth conversation about the faults of fucking cosmic string theory and how, yes, it works in that mathematical space, but how there are some holes in the theory, and how what it's using to describe could be used. Sure, that model works for other phenomena, but one, we've never found one, of course, and two, there's also, and then we start talking about dark matter and dark energy and how the two. Anyway, I talk about that shit for fun. Okay, I don't know what a bikini bridge is.
You do now.
Now I know, and it's awesome. I'm like, bikini bridge. It's a bridge to someplace happy. But, now that I'm 40, the odds of me ever getting to enjoy it firsthand have significantly decreased without money changing hands. So, anyway, what was I talking about originally?
Jesus.
No, we already covered that. No, not originally. 3 steps from originally. Oh, yeah, Britney Spears.
Yes.
So I'm listening to this song. I'm thinking it's so sweet. And I put on the video. I'm like, oh my God. Ew, she looks like she's 15.
She was.
And everyone was talking about how hot she was in that video when it came out. I never saw it.
Because we were all 15.
No, I wasn't 15.
Well, I'm sorry for you.
Thank you very much for making me feel old again.
I forgot I was a little bit younger.
Oh, I forgot. That's right. Carl's old and lonely and has a 20-yard dumpster in his yard full of nothing. Like his personal life. It's filled with nothing. It's huge. It has space for lots of things, but there's nothing in it. And it cost him everything. So, you're right. You're right. But anyway, yeah, so I watched the video. I'm like, this is horrible. I'm like, all of a sudden, everything that I thought was so sweet about that video.
Gone.
Because I'm like, this 15-year-old girl doesn't have anything to say. Without you, I'm losing my mind.
She was infatuated with the little boy who played basketball.
She doesn't have a mind. She's a fucking child.
She's Britney Spears. She doesn't have a mind.
No, she doesn't. No teenager, except for maybe some incredibly rare one, but they just don't have the fucking life experience to filter life adequately to have anything worthwhile come out of their fucking mouths. I love them. They're great. And I'm not hating young people because young people are fucking awesome. I'm not old and crotchety yet. The moment I start hating young people, I'll be old. But they're old people run the world, but the youth get to play in it. They get to experiment it. They get to make new things and push culture in different directions. They're necessary. Otherwise, we would all just be living in colonial times. We'd just all be, it'd be terrible. Mostly.
And I could be showing my ankles.
But they come up with great, wonderful things. But she can't be talking about like love driving her crazy because she doesn't know what the fuck love is. And it ruined that song, which I shouldn't have thought was sweet anyway.
No, you shouldn't have.
But I did still listen to it. Oh, your phone made a noise. Is it Pete? Because if it's Pete, we're going to deal with this.
No, it is not.
Oh, it's not Pete. Then forget about it.
It is Becca.
But yeah. So I was listening to that on the treadmill, and I accidentally spent almost 30 minutes on the treadmill, and I didn't know it yet until I realized, I'm like, how many times have I listened to this song? I think 80? And I looked at the time, and
it's only like a minute long.
It was like 32 minutes. I was like, oh my God. And I realized that I didn't feel my legs anymore. They were just going. And I'm like, oh.
Do you sing to it too at the gym?
No, but sometimes I'll have an upraised eyebrow and I'll get a come hither sexy look on my face to the different things I'm listening to. But that's it. That's it.
Now, see, I go to the gym and listen to Non-Point.
Well, no, don't get me wrong. Last time I was on the treadmill, time before that, it was AC/DC Thunderstruck, which is terrific for the treadmill. You get a perfect fucking pace for it. Time before that, It was that song "Be Our Guest" from the Beauty and the Beast soundtrack. The time before that, it was a World of Warcraft song. It's just whatever strikes my fucking crazy, nutty, eclectic sensibility at that moment.
No, I'm really stuck on point. And that is all Peter's fault.
Yeah, he got me into Non-Point too.
I'm obsessed.
That song "Bullet with Your Name on It"
yes.
is just fucking
Widowmaker.
so awesome.
No, Widowmaker.
I'm like, yeah, this song fucking rules.
I said it. I said it as their best song by a fucking long shot.
Now I got to check it out.
I said it. The first line is like, your mom should have left you in the balls of your pop. I'm like, yes, exactly.
Wow.
He's pissed.
All right. Now that's good for the gym though, because you get you get your fucking Conan the Barbarian shit going on.
Ugh, there's not a bad song. Back to Jesus.
Oh yeah, back to Jesus. Holy Jesus.
This is why we need Pete. I need him to say Jesus.
Jesus. Okay, yeah. Well, anyway, this is our rapid fire section of this, where it comes rapid fire, and for some reason I don't know how, it just makes it funnier.
Okay.
All right, here we go. In Swansea, Wales, in January, Jesus in fur in a Yorkshire Terrier's ear. Cronthorne, England, January, Jesus as bird poop on a car. West Kilbride, England, in December, Jesus on a stone in a garden. Pocono Summit, Pennsylvania, November, Jesus on a serving of chicken breast. That almost sounds like a recipe. Oh,
I serve Jesus.
Yes, it's so spicy. Oh, but surprisingly kosher. Polk City, Iowa, November. Mary on a tree trunk. Memphis, Tennessee, in September. Jesus on a tree trunk. Makes him sound more like a lichen or something. Almost said like a Lincoln log. What the hell was my brain thinking? Fresno, California, October. Jesus in a plume of smoke in a house fire. That doesn't last very long.
Aww. Jesus burnt down your house.
Jesus, wait, put the fire out, Jesus. Oh, never mind.
Jesus is gone.
Yeah, Jesus fucking Christ. He's never there when you need him. He's like a cop. Officer Jesus. Ecorse, Michigan, September. Jesus on a pierogi.
Did it taste good?
Liberty, Texas, September. Jesus on a spider's back. No, Jesus on a downed tree. Jackson County, Mississippi in May, Jesus in a rusted air conditioner unit. And coming soon to Millville, New Jersey, Jesus in a 20-yard dumpster.
Jesus, when I was young, because my mom was all kinds in the church, was on a side of a house in Buna.
Like literally on the side of the house?
Like lights, the way they were hitting the lights resembled Jesus, and she drug our behinds to go see Jesus on the side of this house.
Sounds like you had a religious upbringing like mine. Mine was a non-denominational pseudo-Methodist-y.
Mine was whatever church she didn't piss off.
Oh, she sounds wonderful.
She's...
If you piss off a church and you're not Marilyn Manson, you're probably an asshole.
She's a cunt.
I'll see you next Tuesday. You never heard that before?
No.
What?
No.
Oh, yeah, making fun of me for Bikini Bridge.
Dude, you've never heard of Steak and Blowjob Day, so I can make fun of you for a long time to come.
Shut up.
But go ahead, tell me how I don't know something.
See you next Tuesday. See you next Tuesday.
Oh, all caught up. I'm looking at you like you got 10 heads. I'm like, what the hell is he talking about?
If I had 10 heads, I could keep 9 of them in my dumpster. Just saying.
Could. Then you might start to fill up your dumpster.
And that would be weird. Definitely would be weird. Not quite newsworthy. But you know what? We actually have a segment specifically set up to collate weird
your
news
9
stories. No. I have a dumpster for that. Thank you very much. Everything in its place. A segment, a bit we like to call Weird News.
Whether it's people eating Pete on eggs in China or a woman who discovers her second vagina, straight from the internet, it's Weird News.
Yes, that's right, Weird News, some of which is brought to you by way of Chuck Shepard's newsoftheweird.com, some from the Smoking Gun, the Raw Story, HuffingtonPost.com, and some from random sorted APR news sources scattered throughout the interwebs. And without Pete here to say the interwebs, I start forgetting about how cheeky he is, and I start missing our Peter again. Damn it, Pete. We're not mad. We just wish you would make better decisions, don't you know?
No, I think he's making the right decision. I just wish he would have sent a text.
Yeah, well, that's the decision I made. I'm not saying no. Go for Pilates, girl. Go. For crying out loud, yes.
You better.
Yeah. Shit.
Then I will be mad at you if you don't.
But this is in honor of Pete, who can't be here with us. This is the Dumbass Criminals, his favorite segment. Clueless in Florida's panhandle. Florida has a lot of just weird news coming out of it. There's a lot of weird shit happening in Florida. I don't know if like all the weirdies get into Florida and they just find nothing but ocean and they can't get out again because it's a panhandle. That's where I was going for a panhandle joke there and it didn't pan out.
It didn't pan out. That one kind of did.
Violet. Deborah Mason, age 58, was arrested for theft of a pickup truck in Destin, Florida in January. According to police, Mason said she knew it was stolen property but didn't think it was that stolen. Evidently,
there's levels of stolen?
There's 50 shades of gray when it comes to things being stolen.
There's 50 shades of gray when it comes to a lot of things.
Yeah. Oh, sister, you said a 20-yard mouthful. 10 miles away in Mary Esther, Florida in February, Robert Pursley, age 54, was arrested for DUI and was asked about items in his truck. According to the police report, Pursley insisted that everything was his except for anything illegal. Police,
just so you know.
In the subsequent mandatory search of his truck, they found a baggie of cocaine in the truck center console. Big surprise there.
Idiot.
Yeah. Well, this ain't smart-ass criminals. Tyler Langford, age 21, attempting a robbery of Minerva's Bakery, Merciful Minerva, in McKeesport, Pennsylvania in January, committed, according to police, the rookie mistake of laying his gun on the counter so he could pick up the money with both hands. The clerk grabbed the gun, and Langford fled for his life, was arrested again this March.
Did he at least get the money?
No.
Aww.
He was really dumb. This money. Oh, golly, I should have brought a bag or something here. Let me set the gun down next to the person I was just threatening their life for.
I just had the gun pointed at. Good job.
Great job. There are expert counterfeiters, and then there is Cass Adler, age 22, convicted by a court in Canada's Prince Edward Island of trying to pass $100 bills that had been printed on napkins but affixed by Alder onto thicker paper. Yeah, I mean, I'm impressed that he got him onto the napkin. I'm not too familiar with Canadian currency, but I'm sure it is not napkin-like.
No, I'm pretty sure it's not.
Like, here's a $100
napkin.
Quebec bill. It's a quicker picker-upper. Doesn't make sense to me.
It can soak up any spells.
Yeah. It's incredible. It locks it right in, and you just wring your money out later so you can spend it. No one wants soggy bills. Here's one from New Jersey. New Jersey, baby. Researchers from Cornell University, inspired by the book World War Z, recently computers simulated the spread of a zombie apocalypse and now advise the anxiety-prone to head for higher ground if infections break out, recommending Glacier National Park in Montana, or better, Alaska. Using differential equations and lattice-based models, the statistics people demonstrated that infections would slow dramatically as fewer people became available to bite, but that ultimately we're all doomed. The state most quickly wiped out? New Jersey will be the first to go.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Have you met some of the people that live here?
Yeah, I thought it would be like New York, but that's just the city. Once you get out of that cesspool, you actually get to like a normal dispersal of people.
No, no. Yeah, I see it being Jersey.
Here's another one about everyone's favorite band, Limp Bizkit. I'm just kidding about the everyone's favorite band part. It's called Do It All for the Rider. Limp Bizkit is touring with a 32-page concert rider that is intended to ensure that each engagement runs as smoothly as possible. We think it is a reasonable rider, but please assume that every capitalized point in it is vital for a good performance, end quote. So that was like, the header for the rider. And those of us who may not know what a rider is, when a band or any entertainer appears at a venue, a lot of times he'll want or need certain things to be there so that he can get his groove on.
32 pages.
For example, Ozzy Osbourne, I only want brown M&Ms or Bat's Blood or whatever. It's that sort of thing.
Fred Durst is not that important.
Fred Durst demands that these remember, these things are vital. Number 1, 2 large bottles of baby oil are to be placed.
He wants to be a slippery sucker.
Are to be placed nightly in his dressing room. 2.
All the girls that show up.
So they'll be drained in one night. What? Huh? I like smooth, supple skin. What the fuck?
That's lots of lube.
Yeah. I like slippery nookie, the nookie. But don't touch
It's
my
all
baby
about
oil.
the nookie.
It's all about the nookie and my baby oil. Yeah. You got to have faith and 2 large bottles of baby oil. Promoters must provide a round-the-clock personal security detail, or PSD,
It's Fred Durst.
for the
really?
group. The PSD must be on the same hotel floor as Fred Durst. It's Fred Durst. Maybe that's who the baby oil's for. I don't know. Mr. Durst, stop lubing us.
Stop rubbing our chest with that baby oil.
Yes. The band. It's just funny when you put Fred Durstisms in anywhere. It's just so ludicrous. The band would prefer that concert goers be subject to a full body search.
Cavity and all.
Evidently, make sure they're not trying to smuggle in any, illegal bathtub brewed baby oil. I don't know what's going on.
They can only use Johnson & Johnson's, no other brand.
No other brands. 2 bottles worth. And once I get my limit, once I've drunk my first 2 bottles, that's it. I'm cut off.
Cut me off. Sorry.
Or I'll get too slippery inside. Yeah! The cookies
Make it a slip and slide.
the cookies will slip right out of me. And after all, you can take that cookie and shove it up your ass. That's why I got the
That's
baby
what he
oil
does
for.
with baby oil.
So I can shove said cookie up your ass, since I did it only for your nookie. The man was
Fred.
lentil soups are a favorite. Now that's sort of, he's being a little vague.
Okay.
Like
Any
if they
lentil
had
soup?
Italian wedding soup, pea soup, chicken noodle soup, he'd be like, I don't want this shit. Overturns the deli tray. Lentil soups are a favorite, so provide them. In the dressing rooms, dimmable lamps, and all this is
Because he needs to set the mood for the baby oil.
dimmable lamps. Now this is all in caps and italics. Very important. 3 exclamation marks.
Oh, jeez.
Because, he doesn't, I don't want to look too shiny. Yeah, with all the baby oil.
He's setting the mood to use the baby oil.
Durst, age
Off
44.
Wes's ass, apparently.
For the cookies. Durst, age 44, demands 2 oxygen tanks with regulators and sterile masks. I guess because he likes to do the undersea world of Jacques Cousteau.
No, he can actually pretty much feel high off all that oxygen. So and it's not illegal.
It's just this whole thing's coming together with the lentil soup. The baby oil, I'm not liking the connections that are being drawn here. Promoters also must have access to a rock-friendly lawyer, medical doctor, dentist, masseuse, and chiropractor as required.
Is he planning on losing a tooth on tour?
I'm not sure. I just don't want to think any further about... Rock-friendly basically means they won't call the police when there's drugs or bottles of baby oil shoved where they shouldn't be, or, I don't know, something horrible.
I think Wes and Fred Durst are getting it on now.
I don't know.
They need the lube.
But those are all those are the odder things from his rider. So I don't know about you, but I'll never look at the man the same. I'll always
No,
be
I
looking.
really have a mental image. I'll never
Yeah.
look at the man the same
But
again.
he is so shiny. The bat must be the baby oil. Oh, he doesn't look like he's. How does he just sing and run around like that? It's the oxygen.
Yeah.
Where does he get his energy from? That's the lentil soup. Aha! It all comes together.
And now you know why Wes looked the way he did.
Yeah, maybe. The next story is called World of What the Fuck Craft. The international sportswear retailer Bjorn Borg, namesake of the Swedish tennis player, created a I didn't see the parentheses there. Namesake of the apparently there's a Swedish tennis player named Bjorn Borg.
Okay, I'm going to trust you on that one.
I'm going to trust the new APR news sources because I don't know any. I didn't even know they had a Swedish tennis team.
I was going to say, Swedish tennis is not your thing?
Yeah, I guess it is. He created a promotional video game, now also sold separately, that encourages not mayhem and murder, but the vanquishing of one's opponents with love. And lovingly stripping them down so that they can be outfitted in Borg fashions. Said a company official, a player's mission is to, quote, to liberate haters by undressing them with your love guns and then to dress them in Borg clothing. Yes. See, when you think America's the only place where dumb is, it's hard because,
we just publicize how dumb we are.
Yeah. We just don't see the dumb in other countries because we're in the middle of our own dumb.
Yeah.
The game also features teddy bear smoke grenades and a shirtless man resembling Vladimir Putin astride a bear. This is from the Washington Post.
I don't have any words.
How do you make that weird? I don't know. 2 bottles of baby oil, that's all I got.
And lentil soup.
If Fred Durst was riding with Putin on the bear, baby oiled up, we only did it for the nookie.
It all makes sense.
It's all coming together horribly. This next one's called Flipping the Script. Mark Rothwell made the news in Portland, Oregon in March when he prevented a bank robbery and rescued the terrified chase teller by jumping the thief, knocking his gun away, and holding him until police arrived. He was later awarded a coveted Portland Police Civilian Medal for heroism. So apparently that's something that they don't just give out to anybody. You have to do something pretty awesome.
Okay.
However, this was back in 2010. However, in February 19th of this year, according to an arrest report, Rothwell himself pulled a gun and robbed Albina Community Bank in Portland, making off with $15,700. What a fall from grace.
He took notes.
Are they...
Don't do this so civilian will catch you.
I could totally do this better. I think it was recognized by his award that he wore, ironically, during the robbery. Take that, police. Yeah! It was Fred Durst. He was a big Fred Durst fan.
He slipped out of custody with his baby oil.
Yes. And our last story here, owls gone wild. These are some stories of just fucking owls. That apparently owls are fucking crazy. Owls are fucking nuts. A motorist smashed into a power pole at 2 a.m. on February 25th in Tukwila, Washington, because he explained he was chasing an owl. Police somehow found him to be sober and didn't charge him. I didn't realize you chased owls in a car.
Is that kind of like a storm chaser, but an owl chaser?
Yeah, but you can't drive a car up a telephone pole.
He tried.
Well, yeah, but you still can't do it. Just because you try something doesn't mean you can't do it. I could go to the bar and try to find a girl, and I'm not going to do it. It's not going to happen.
You have your pickup line. You're going to be okay.
My pickup line. Yeah, the pickup line will be the line attached to my pickup truck I would need to drag her out of the bar.
Come check out the fucking 20 billion...
20-yard, don't ever exaggerate.
I'm not.
No, you're not really. It's fucking huge. The 20-hectare fucking dumpster. Officials in Salem, Oregon posted signs in February to warn joggers on a popular running path that they might be attacked by a rogue owl or owls after 4 people were aggressively pecked at by dive bombers. That was in Seattle.
You were cutting on the territory.
Apparently. Maybe they're just like fucking run faster. They're trying to keep them in shape. They're like owl trainers. You run and you start slacking.
They're the TIs of the civilian world.
Oh my fucking God.
Yeah, that would make me run.
Yeah, they're not here to deliver a message. It's not Hogwarts. If you see an owl, run. Immediately. Don't try to pursue it in a vehicle. You will probably crash.
You cannot go off the telephone pole.
But if you manage to catch one, you need to restrain it, and it will allow Fred Durst people to come grab it because it's on his riders. He needs all messages to be delivered by owls because he has this Harry Potter thing. And that explains the baby oil, which, of course, brings us to the end of our show. That's right. The end of our show, episode 112, by the way, which I never mentioned, but I'll stick it in the beginning. I'll stick it in the beginning of it anyway. I went straight to babbling.
You did. We jumped right in.
Yes. Walked right into it. I said, I have a dumpster.
Yes. The dumpster was definitely newsworthy.
Well, yeah. I don't even know. Episode titles, no. Who we are, what's going on. We'll get to that. Let's talk dumpsters. Dumpster talk on That's Life. A Baby Boy production. How big is your dumpster? Yes, that's right. But it's a big dumpster.
It's huge.
Wait till you see how I use it. Let me tell you. I know how to use a dumpster.
You're not going to use half of it.
I know. That's how big it is. If I tried to use all of it, I'd hurt somebody.
I can't.
That's what she said?
Yes.
About my dumpster?
Yes.
She said, stop, that's my cervix. Ouch. Is this a pap smear? This hurts. You're giving my cervix whiplash. Stop it. Ouch. What the fuck?
It's that big.
Yeah, well.
Oh, goodness.
It's not really that big. The dumpster is. Mine is just the right size. All right, let's just say this right now. In case there's like some woman out there who's like, he is really funny. I'd love to meet him. I don't know. His dick sounds too big.
No.
Oh, wait. Let me clear the air here.
Back up.
Rue, back up. Which I won't
That's
have
what
to
he
do.
said.
Back up a little lady. Whoa. Sign this release form. It's a 20-yard penis. I know. I should have a 15-yard one, but I was tired, and it just ended up being this big. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it. I need help. I need help doing. Yeah, exactly.
Oh God.
Yeah. That is how you end a podcast. That's how you end a podcast, with dumpster talk and me trying to downplay the rumors of my penis size. That's a good day. It's a good day. It's all coming together.
Oh God.
It's all coming together. Leave him in tears. And you trying to convince him, no, my dick's not that big. Stop it. Easy. Let's not go crazy here. Please, ladies. It's a decent size. I'm not going to hurt anybody. Just don't be afraid. Heaven's sake. It's big enough to get the job done, all right? Let's not make me feel bad about how big my dick is.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, whew. It's getting hot in here, or is it just me? Just laughing
Literally
so
tears.
I'm in tears. Well, that's how you end a podcast. We talked about my dick, and people were in tears. With laughter. There it is. Now, if I can use that as my icebreaker, just go to a bar, say, give me a mic. No, I'm not going to announce anything. I'm going to do a comedy routine. It won't take long. It's not like I have 20 yards worth of material.
Oh, good gracious.
Yes. So that is how you end a podcast. That's right. Which brings us to... You've been listening to That's Life, a Baby Boy production, episode number 112. Oh, yes. We're so happy that you've been listening. If you'd like to check this or many other episodes out, but I assume you're already checking this out, if you can hear me say this, you can go go to our YouTube page at That's Life Podcast, youtube.com. Check it out. Not only do we have podcast episodes, but we have other fun dumpster talk, which will be coming soon to a trailer near you. And perhaps I'll post dick pics so you can see the actual size of my penis, to know that it's not so big it will hurt you. I don't want you, our listeners, to be afraid of my farm equipment. So, if you've liked what you've just heard, and I'm sure you have, most of it anyway, tell a friend, neighbor, or coworker to help us spread the laughter as far as we can. So, from all of us here at That's Life, this has been Danielle the Awesome, and Carl, bidding you an adieu, a 20-yard dumpster full of adieus.
your mom should have left you in the balls of your pop. I'm like, yes, exactly.